Hey guys, welcome to this package opening, but it's a special package opening, but it's also, because also I should say, it's it's a unique kind of package opening. It's a package opening from a physical package I got through the mail, and that I ordered online, of course, and basically something that I also ordered or commissioned online that I got through the email. So, with that said, let's begin this unique package opening of both, something I ordered and got physically through the mail or delivered through the mail, and something that I ordered, commissioned, that I got through the email. So, the first thing we're going to look at is, of course, the physical portion. And this one, it comes out of Plain Coast, Palm Coast, Florida. Comes out of Palm Coast, Florida. This I ordered off Amazon. This is from one of the partners. I think I can't even pronounce. It's something I can't really read that. Let me get my. Oops. I don't want to disconnect the internet here for a second. Don't want to do that. It's from a Tier Books, T-E-R Books, Tier Books. And like I said, I ordered it off Amazon. Tier Books, I think that's what they're called, is one of the third-party partners. Drank a little too fast there. But like I said, it's one of the third-party partners. And like I said, sorry about that. I drank a little too fast there. But like I said, it's one of the third-party partners. And I ordered this from them off or through Amazon. And just like the other, if this is what I think it is, just like the other copies, it's coming through various different mail carriers or delivery services. This one, I think, went through DHL and then came here. And now the other one is showing up tomorrow via, well, actually, this one I think is actually regular USPS, and the other one tomorrow, which is scheduled for tomorrow, is DHL. And tomorrow, by the way, might be a massive package opening video. Not like big physical box or anything, but more along the lines of multiple items, hopefully. But anyway, what is this one, you might ask? What is this one? Well, again, like I said, if it's, if it's what I think it is, then I just have to get tomorrow, just have to wait till tomorrow, then I'll have the complete series intact. And it's a series that me and my family watched as, back in the 80s. And I think everybody watched it, back then. And as a matter of fact, it was one of the first appearances of a certain McFly, that is a featured character in some of the certain Back to Future movies, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, what could it be? What's the newest edition? That all I have to do now is just wait for one more edition tomorrow. It is all the way from Florida, and it's the only one that doesn't have no plastic connection to it. That tells you it's from a used seller. Is there anything else in there? Nope. Usually most of them have came with like a receipt or something. But this is the third season of Family Ties. That's right. Oh yeah. Oh, the receipt's inside. Okay, the receipt's inside. All right, that's kind of unique. Okay, so there is a receipt, but it was inside the disc. But yeah, it's the complete season of Family Ties. Complete third season, that is, which I think you can also now see on Paramount Plus. So if you don't want to get the physical disc, you can get the, if you don't want to get physical disc, you can get it through Paramount Plus as well, I believe. But yes, the complete third season. Just gotta wait for another set tomorrow, and I'll have the complete set for me and my family, for me and my mom, that is, because like I said, this is something we grew up on as a family back in the 80s and the 90s, and who didn't, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so, with that said, now I don't know who that is from Cairo, California. Now, with that said, let's get on to the other package opening, the unique unveiling, if you will. Because like I said, this one, the Family Ties, was the physical one. But what is the one that I also ordered online, commissioned, if you will, that I got today? Well, basically, I've been on DeviantArt for over 15 years, just about, or 16 years actually. And while I've been on DeviantArt, I've discovered other artistic, sites that are similar to it. And through my journeys, I've, met up with a lot of people that kind of share a common interest with me. And sometimes, even though they share that common interest, sometimes when they find out what also I'm into, it doesn't put them off or anything, but they're kind of like, okay, that was kind of surprising. I didn't know you liked that, or you wanted to have that added, or would like to see that added. And, and basically that's the truth. It's like when I tell them that, they're kind of, like I said, it doesn't put them off. It kind of, surprises them. And in the end, they willingly accept it, especially if you commission them. And what I mean by commission is sometimes I've noticed, not just myself, but others have commissioned certain people to, write, draw, whatever the case may be, some of the unique fandoms, or the certain fandoms, if you will, their own kind of unique quirks, or quirks, if you will, some of the unique quirks, if you will. And for me, I've had a history about this. I've commissioned several people to do original stories with original characters. I've gone as far as even paying someone to take something that I wrote myself, turn it into a comic, and then somebody else came on board, liked what they saw, and expanded that story into something more, and thus made sort of a, I guess you could say, novelization, a visual novelization comic out of it, and went from there. And for the past 16 something years, I've tried and actually have found people willing to do these kind of things for a certain price. Sometimes they'll be willing to do it for free, just because they like, just because, they're that kind of a person, and they're like, you know what, don't worry about it. I'll do it for free and everything. Don't worry about it. Or if I'm fortunate, like anybody is fortunate enough, they have requests open, and you can request them to do something for you. No matter how unique, quirky, or weird, or strange it might be. And like I said, I have a history of this. But the reason I'm bringing this all up is because today, one of the commissions I asked for recently was completed by Ant Zorson, or AZ, I'm going to call him, or Antoine, or whatever. I'm sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. AZ, I'm just going to call him AZ. And he has this character, I brought her up before, called Morphica. She's very similar to Mr. Internet Man's Demonica Veronica character. But the exception is, unlike the Demonica Veronica character, who has a nightshade lipstick that gives her powers, Morphica, the girl that becomes Morphica, is made of what's known as Yem. And it's basically a substance that's in just about anything. So what I did recently, because I read that he was open for commissions, is I asked if he could do me a webcomic featuring his character Morphica, basically inspired by Sledgehammer, mostly the claymation and fruit face portions of that video. And he willingly did it. Now, I admit I could have done better in explaining on what I wanted, because what I did is I went and used my digital voice recorder and recorded the details of what I wanted. But that's basically my bad. But he pretty much got the gist of what I was asking for. So as a result, what he would do is he would keep tabs with me, letting me see the WIP, the work in progress. And then as of today, he finished and completed it and sent it to me. Now, of course, it being a commission, you have to pay the person before they will actually let you have access or ownership of what you ordered. And I commissioned him for this, and the total, it wasn't bad. I'll put it that way. It wasn't bad. Let's just say 20 times. Let's just put it this way: 25 times 4, and that you should get your answer. 25 times 4, and you should get your answer. But anyway, like I said, as of today, he finished it. I paid him, and lo and behold, he sent me this. This is Morphica, a one-shot comic, if you will, done in a comic style. And basically, it's the character that becomes Morphica having a little fun, inspired by, like I say, the Sledgehammer portion, the fruit face and claymation portion of Sledgehammer. And, you know, it's pretty good. Again, I could have done better at giving him details, but that's all right. And then, of course, I printed out another one. He sent it to me. What he did is he sent it to me in PDF form and then individual print form, like individual pages. And it's basically, you know, the same thing. Just more brighter colors and everything. So, you know, there you go. And like I said, it's not the first time I've done this. Not the first time I've done this. This here, this thing is a long thing. But basically, what this is, I'm going to blur out the title there for a moment. But this is basically featuring the characters of Sally Acorn and Mina Mongoose having a little fun with each other. And the premise is that Sally develops this special kind of like Chaos Emerald that allows her and anybody she shares it with to turn their body into goo. Basically become slime girls, goo girls that can shape their bodies into anything they want. And this is something that I commissioned long ago, back when I was still living in Kansas. So, yeah, it's one of those kind of comics that if I show it here on YouTube, I'm screwed. You know, I'm pretty much, you know, screwed as it is. But if you want a link to it, I will provide a link in the description. But yeah, this is just one of the examples of me doing this in the previous, you know, past and timeline. You know, basically, like I said, before I came out here. So, having something like this with Morphica, which is a lot less pages than this, is nothing new. It's nothing really new. So, yeah, that pretty much, though, is going to do it. That pretty much, I should say, is going to do it, guys, for this package opening and, you know, unique package opening video from both physical and digital. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I will provide a link to Answer or AZ in the description. You can check out his work there. As well as I'll provide a link if you're interested in this. So, with that said, guys, thank you all for watching. Really appreciate the support. Check me out at BW Rosas discussions on the various podcast affiliates, except for Pandora, still working on that. Check me out at patreon.com/BWRosas. $1 tier, get your shout out and recognition. $3 tier, get you the same thing, as well as exclusive video content you can't get anywhere else except for Patreon and for a limited time at DeviantArt.com under the BVW1979 account. The only catch is you have to have a DeviantArt account and it has to be set to mature settings. So, with that said though, guys, thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the live chat as well. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace.